What's up guys, it's Lord Botha here with another video, and you can probably guess from the screen what we're going to talk about today. It's what everybody online seems to be talking about, and that's the certain allegations around Dr. Disrespect. Now, when these allegations came about, I debated whether or not I was even actually going to cover the subject, but I thought at the very least I would give Doc some extra time to address the allegations and for any actual evidence to come out, which there still has been no actual evidence that has been released. It's all been conversations and hearsay until Doc made this statement that he did today. Now, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an expert in these kinds of things, but we are going to go through Doc's statement and see some of the highlights here that actually have impacts on the future and what certain actions he might take or companies might take that are involved. He essentially opens with general apologies about everything that's going on, and he talks about his departure and letting people down at Midnight Society, his company that he helped found. It's here in this statement that things actually get talked about regarding the actual allegations. Doc states, "Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years." This is a sleight of hand way to say that he was under a non-disclosure. Now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. So right there we have Doc admitting that he was in conversation with a minor over Twitch in 2017. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. The thing we get out of this part of the statement was there were certain spicy chats that were exchanged between the two parties. Were they simply dirty jokes that were exchanged back and forth, or were they chats that were about or to the minor in an explicit form? We don't know. We'd have to see the actual logs. Those actual chat logs still have not been released, so we don't actually know what was said. There are, of course, connotations and different beliefs that go into what was actually said that kind of drive people's opinions about the whole situation. And that specifically points to the morality of the situation, not the legality. He goes on to say nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed, I never even met the individual. So basically he's covering his legal ends. He didn't commit any crimes, he didn't share any kind of pictures. Obviously, people imply here sexual pictures of a nature, which of course would put him into actual legal trouble. And of course, he never met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by settlement. This of course refers to the actual legal suit that was filed against Twitch by Doc. And it's important to note that Doc was the one that actually filed suit against Twitch and not the other way around, and it was Doc that actually got a payout settlement from Twitch. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, in this portion, he addresses the actual legal allegations and direct allegations head on. The rest is kind of general grandstanding and apologies. So that's why we're really focused right here on these two paragraphs. The first questions we have out of this statement was, did Doc know that this person was a minor when he was speaking to her? That is another thing I think cannot be determined until we see the logs, and definitely determines his mindset when talking to this individual. The other thing big here legally is that he includes this phrase, individual minor. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. This is important because by stating that it is a minor, he's actually putting legal culpability on Twitch. Twitch does not allow minors to actually be on their platform. This is probably why Doc deleted the word minor in a re-edit of this post. He most likely consulted a legal consultant before re-editing this and putting minor back into the post, just to make sure again that he was covering his legal bases with his statement and wasn't risking any future trouble, especially if he's considering future suits against Twitch. Which comes also to the next question. Did Twitch do their due diligence to make sure that minors were not on the platform. If this person who was a minor at the time was on the platform, that means that they had somehow found a way to get on the platform. Did Twitch do their due diligence and have proper safeguards in place to try to keep minors out? It's my estimations that when Twitch was made aware of this interaction, probably in 2017, they wanted to terminate Doc right there and then. However, questions about their due diligence and why there were minors on Twitch in the first place is probably what raised the civil suit. The litigation or arbitration process probably took those 3 years, which resulted in a settlement with Doc and Doc being let go in 2020. We do not know if the former Twitch employees who made these allegations public also have a non-disclosure agreement. Questions would then be raised whether or not they violated it by releasing these statements. Doc already has financial damages that have been incurred due to this. He has essentially ties cut between him and his company that he had found that was creating his game. He also had his partnership with Turtle Beach Headphones discontinued. With these financial damages, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that he could potentially file suit against Twitch or against those former employees, depending on their non-disclosure agreement. My estimation is that when he returns from his extended vacation, someone is going to file a lawsuit against somebody. We don't know which party against who, but there will be suits for sure. Doc goes on to say as well, now from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained those conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it, I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. He goes on to state that he is not a predator or a PDF file, and such a thought makes him sick. Essentially, he's denying the deeper moral allegations while accepting the fact that what he did was morally wrong. He also makes it apparent that some people will simply be done with him. He is admitted to this wrongdoing, and by doing so, some people will never actually accept him back. This could also potentially hurt his brand and therefore hurt his revenue in terms of super chats, in terms of memberships, and etc., which could also add on to his list of financial losses. Of course, these are all things he would have to prove in a civil court. He ends by saying, I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as I mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. So Doc will be back, and when he does come back, I expect him to take some kind of action. And again, this is not a video that's in support of Doc, nor is it one that is damning him for his actions. The point of this video was just to go through some of his statements and to see what kind of questions they raise. But these are just my thoughts on the subject, the questions I have when I read this. If you have your own thoughts or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. If you like this video, I recommend that you like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you listening this long, and we'll talk to you again later.